Naturally, because I saw Solo, I decided to review it. Solo. That pun works, don't judge me.
You look good. A little rough around the edges, but good.
Heard about a job. Big shot gangster putting together crew.
I'm a driver, and I'm a flyer. I waited a long time for a shot like this.
Solo, a Star Wars story, is directed by Phil Lord and Chris... Oh, sorry. Solo, a Star Wars story, is directed by Ron Howard and it stars Alden Ehrenreich, Emilia Clarke, Woody Harrelson, Chewbacca, Tandy Newton, Paul Bettany, and Jon Favreau in like a really small role. Oh, and there's Donald Glover. He's Lando. That's pretty sick. So Solo, a Star Wars story is, well, a Han Solo origin story, I guess. It starts off with Han, he's on his planet in Corellia, then he gets off Corellia, and then he's just doing jobs, working with like Woody Harrelson and Chewbacca to try and get this job to pay off a debt somewhere. And that's the movie. And Donald Glover and Emilia Clarke are in it at some point, and rather the other. And it's just a Han Solo movie. There's not really that... I won't say like there isn't really a lot of subplots going at you. It's fairly straightforward. It tends to wrap up a lot of the subplots the exact same way. So that's helpful, I guess. And the movie itself it's fun. It's fun. It's a good way to describe it. It's definitely a movie that's supposed to come out in like May to August, that sort of time period. Movie totally fits in there. Right? It's not like you need that Star Wars in December for this movie. This movie just seems to fit in with the May, but it's, in my opinion, it might be a bit too soon after the last Jedi. Maybe you wanted to have like a year off, and then you wanted to go into May with this Solo movie, but you didn't do that. The movie, it's fun. It's a fun space adventure, like sort of a heist movie in a way. Like fun. You get Alden Ehrenreich. He is Han Solo, very well cast as a character. He's very fun to watch on screen. Like the chemistry amongst the cast, very good. Chewbacca and Han Solo, their chemistry, their bromance, top stuff. Top stuff. Donald Glover in the movie, the best performance probably, in my opinion, and easily the best casting. Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian. That's amazing. The entire interaction of the cast and the banter between each character, it's just really fun to watch. Like, I would sit down and watch those characters just have banter, and that would be a really good movie. Like Tarantino, I reckon if you took Tarantino handling these characters, it'd be really awesome. Super, super awesome. Just the banter back and forth and the conversations that are just really interesting, that really build the mythology of the galaxy. They don't exactly have a whole lot of that in here, but it'd just be really cool to think about, you know? It's just that thought. It might be due because there's quite a lot of action in this movie. A lot more, like nothing incredibly amazing in terms of action in my opinion, but there's a lot of action in the movie. Like towards the beginning, there's a couple chase scenes and sequences and like a heist that goes on. That's well done. I really like that. But definitely the action sort of goes like starts up here, like goes up and then it sort of like declines a little bit. And then you get to the third act battle and it's just like, boo! It's like that. Not really the third act I wanted. Didn't really feel anything for that third act. It's quite disappointing. And that was just really underwhelming to go out of the movie with just such a lackluster fight in the third act that just left me really disappointed about what was happening. Like, if you've seen the movie, you understand what I mean. Like, the things that happen in the last 20-25 minutes, super underwhelming, quite disappointing for the most part that it ended up being that way. But what can I say? The movie's fun. That's really what we're looking for in a Star Wars movie, like in Solo. If you hear all the controversy behind it, the best you can hope for it is being fun, and it is. So it succeeds in what it attempts. And for that I go, yeah, sure. I mean, the movie's fun. I'm just going to keep repeating it. It's like a fun summer blockbuster movie. You just go and watch it and you sit and you eat and you just watch it. And because it's really, really enjoyable. Is it disappointing? Yeah, I guess so. Towards the third act, the ending is quite disappointing. Some of the characters don't get the amount of development. The villain is sort of terrible. I mean, it's not Paul Bettany's fault that the villain is terrible. It's just that the villain is terrible. And he is not really like a big presence. He's just there. He's just kind of like, we got to do this job or else he will kill us. And we're like, as the audience, you're watching that going, well, it's a prequel. I know at least 3 of you are getting out of this alive. You're not really going to throw any surprises at me. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it has that many stakes. And that's I guess the problem with a Han Solo origin movie is when you set up some sort of Mexican standoff between Han Solo, Chewbacca, and some brand new character, you're kind of gonna go, wait, that new character's dead. He's definitely dead, because I've seen Chewbacca in the one before this movie, and in a few movies after this, and I've seen Han Solo in a few movies after this as well. I haven't seen that character before, hasn't been referenced before, but that character's definitely dead. And that's just, again, a problem with creating a prequel, but also doesn't create tension, suspense. It, like, sort of takes you out of the movie going, haha, Han Solo's living. We all know that. And that's what we all thought when we went into The Force Awakens. Too bad, so sad. Solo, A Star Wars Story is fine. It's really fun. Ron Howard came in and he did a great job, like, steering the ship of the Solo movie and making it decent, because it seemed like it was really not that like decent. But I feel like this movie, what it really could have used with was a really fresh take. And I heard that's what Phil Lord and Chris Miller was doing. They were taking risks. They were improvising a lot on set. And then they got fired by Kathleen Kennedy, and now we're here, and I'm sort of rambling off the point. The movie's fun. It just is. Solo, A Star Wars Story is one and done. Have you seen Solo, A Star Wars Story? Which original trilogy character would you like to see get their own origin story? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe, comment on the pie, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Well done, you made it to the end of the video. Why don't you click on one of these 2 videos for more content, or subscribe to just be reminded of when I upload. Also, I've got a Facebook link. I don't have an external link to that because you've got to be part of YouTube's partner program for that. And I don't have enough subscribers or watch time to be part of the YouTube partner program. So, subscribe. That'd be great.